Hi, Sweet Pea.
Hi, Mummy Bear.
We have another chit-chat.
We do, and this one's fantastic.
It is.
It's really, I feel like this is a really good chit-chat because we have a perfect amount of kind of the deep stuff, the really meaningful stuff, and then at the same time we have absolute giggles about other things. So I feel like it has a perfect balance of those two things.
A nice, healthy balance of the two.
Exactly, yes.
Well, we should say who it is.
Yeah.
This is Dwayne Black, who was on Gardener's World last year, 2025, episode 27. We did record this a couple of days before Christmas.
We did.
And so we are referring to everything as this year, but it was in 2025. And on this chit-chat, we cover all sorts of topics, as Sweet Pea mentioned. But what was interesting was hearing how Mr. B prepared for his big day with Gardener's World.
Yes.
There was quite a lot of behind the scenes going on in the run-up, and that was very interesting, very insightful to find out what goes on.
It's quite amazing, and some top tips on what you need to do beforehand.
Especially with your dahlias, which, as Dwayne calls them, they are the drag queens of the flower beds.
Exactly, which is just our now number one thing to say when we talk about dahlias.
That's all they'll ever be to us.
Yeah, exactly.
We also talk about peonies, and at one point I say, oh yes, they take 7 years before they bloom, and that is not right. It's nearer 3 years. You pick up on it, Sweet Pea, you say, oh, like wisterias, and that is what I was thinking of.
Oh,
so
okie-dokie.
Peonies aren't like wisterias. They take around 3 years before they bloom.
Still a long time, though.
We also hear about Dwayne's beautiful fountain, the catalyst for purchasing that was, of course, Gardener's World.
Yes, that was funny.
Along with that and a number of other things, we've put links onto our website, and that's at notjustagarden.co.uk. And if you go to the gardens page, you'll get a list of all of Dwayne's recommendations, as well as all our previous guests too.
Exactly.
In terms of noises,
I think there was a cable or something Dwayne's end possibly that picked his mic, because he had a really nice setup. Also, his background with all his records, and just it was so
gorgeous
cool.
room. Everything's so stylish with Dwayne, isn't it?
So stylish. But yeah, there was a cable, I think, knocked against his mic once or twice, but that was it, really.
But it shouldn't be too distracting. So, Sweet Pea, what's the format?
So, for Dwayne's Dream Garden, we have the garden boundary, shed or greenhouse, 5 ornamentals, 5 edibles, 1 statement tree, pond or pool plus 1 plant, and finally, favourite seating area, drink to have, and a plant for that area as well.
Yes, that's it. And if you want to get in touch with us about anything we talk about on this episode with Dwayne, then please do so. You can get hold of us through the contacts page, which is on our website, notjustagarden.co.uk. Or you can drop us an email to notjustagarden@outlook.com.
Exactly.
So, shall we have a listen to Dwayne?
Yes, absolutely.
This is episode 59, a good old chit-chat with Dwayne Black.
Off we go!
Welcome, Dwayne, to a good old chit-chat.
Thanks for having me. Hi.
Really fantastic to see you. If you listen to our recap of your episode, which was episode 27 this year, Gardener's World, we were slightly fangirling. We loved your segment, loved the joy and colour that you brought into it all.
It was a breath of fresh air. It was so lovely.
It really was. How did that come about? Did you approach Gardener's World? Did they approach you?
First off, thanks for having me. You know what? Even looking back, it's kind of crazy. I'm still processing that it happened. So I've been growing. I don't want to say I've been an amateur grower for about 7 years now, and I've been saying for the past few years, I'm gonna just document this journey. Yeah. Just so I have it somewhere, just so it's archived, just so me and my husband can look back and kind of just witness our garden grow.
Yeah.
So I just started to do that seriously in February.
Through what
TikTok.
Oh, you're a TikToker.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to get into TikTok.
So I didn't engage with Instagram at first. I just wanted... Do you know why? I thought it would be very random if all of a sudden I just started sharing gardening stuff.
Right.
With a community that didn't know that it's a passion of mine. So I just started afresh on TikTok, and through that process met a wonderful gardening community, really diverse bunch of people that I've been able to connect with on that app. Started sharing in February. And my first thought was, who the hell is going to be interested in me sowing
little old
seeds,
me,
sowing seeds in my greenhouse?
Yeah.
But just had so much fun with it because I feel like, I don't want to compare social media or even talk about social media that much, but seeing that we're here, I feel like TikTok is less show-offy and I can just be a bit more of a goofball.
Just kind of
interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I can just leave it there and whatever happens and it's posted. So that's what I did.
It's very interesting you say that about TikTok because we both have a slight fear of it.
Okay.
We do. We can't quite tell what to do.
I think especially, but also for your generation, Sweet Pea, there were quite sort of scary things would come up on, not your feed, but friends' feeds because Sweet Pea doesn't have it.
They can be a slightly nasty world to TikTok and then hopefully there's like a nicer part of it with the gardening side.
Absolutely. So I used to be a family intervention worker. So I used to do a lot of internet safety work in schools. And
interesting.
And I think you're right, Sweet Pea. I think any social media can and is scary. But saying that, you can also create your own algorithm.
Well, I was just going to ask about the algorithm. So it works similar to Instagram then?
Yeah, you have to like and repost mindfully.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you can't just do random things.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. So the stuff that you want to see is the stuff that you should engage with if you are on social media. And you just treat TikTok the same way. Yeah.
Okay, so that keeps you away from the sort of murky areas
for the most part.
Out there.
Yeah.
And I suppose you can get that with Instagram. I mean, what do I know? I'm not really that savvy with any of the social media. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. But interesting that there's a nice gardening community in here.
Yeah, because I think on the face of things, well, for me anyway, kind of gardening, growing world in the UK feels, at face value, can look very white, middle class, and not diverse.
Yeah, we've heard this.
We've heard this.
And it's not true.
Which is great.
It's true. Yeah, it's fantastic. I have been able to connect with lots of black, brown, white, British, young, old, just international gardeners that I probably wouldn't have been able to connect with on a really deep educational level. It's been fantastic. I've learned so much. And, from just sharing a small, modest cherry harvest to, getting advice on how to grow melons, it's been so much fun. So I did that in February, and a researcher, or I think one of the producers, I don't know the formal title, reached out in Feb, or not long after I started sharing some stuff. And I hope they won't mind me saying this, but they reached out from a faceless profile with not that many followers.
Oh, it was a bit dodgy.
Oh my goodness. I thought this is a scam.
We've heard this before as well, actually, Dwayne. Who was it?
Did say this?
I can't remember who it was, but somebody said exactly that. They just dismissed it initially, thinking it was a dodgy scam.
Yeah.
I think I was out with my husband and I said to him, babe, I've just got this message. Someone who says they're from Garden as well.
And he's like, yeah, right.
Yeah. No, he is complete opposite. He said, just message and just see what happens.
Yeah.
So
just as well.
Yeah, I did. And there was a few months of back and forth and really good chat. And I thought, okay, if this happens, that's fantastic. And yeah, here we are.
The rest is history. When was it filmed?
Yeah.
It was filmed in, oh my goodness, I think it was filmed early August.
Oh, okay. So not that long ago.
Nice time of year as well.
I can check,
your dahlias were in full bloom, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
They were in full bloom. And let me tell you, it was a process of trial and error for probably about 6 weeks prior to filming.
Right. In terms of what?
So we've had a lovely season this year. And what I was able to do, which I've never done before, is time from deadhead to full bloom.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to have about three. So I was able to have about 3 rehearsals of, okay, if I deadhead on a Tuesday,
yes,
how long is it going to take for this dinner plate dahlia to be in full bloom.
Oh my gosh.
How can I get this dinner plate dahlia and this honeycomb one to kind of be on the same sort of show off cycle? So
yes,
I tried not to stress.
That's difficult.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. I just, I had fun with it and it worked out.
Yeah, certainly did.
Great.
Your garden looked in full bloom. You mentioned it's been 7 years of gardening, and that's how long you've had that garden for, isn't it?
Yeah, we moved here in 2018.
Right.
And it was a mud plot.
Oh, wow.
Builder's rubble.
So it's a new build where you are.
Yeah,
so you had your
build.
classic builder's rubble just covered with some turf. And...
Absolute. No, we've had absolute garbage in our soil. Yeah. So we've spent quite a lot of money, time and resource just improving the soil, creating an irrigation system. Porter Hardy landscapes have been amazing.
Porter Hardy landscapes?
Yeah, Porter Hardy landscapes and Porter Hardy gardens. They've been amazing in just creating the kind of architecture and integrity of the space.
Right.
Brilliant.
They've been fantastic.
Did they design it?
So there are parts of the garden which are Porter Hardy designs. So the herb hub is
the herb hub.
Yeah, is a feature from Porter Hardy. That's their idea. And there are sections of the garden which have their imprint. But the experience and the feel and everything from greenhouse, cut flower bed and raised bed is all us. No one touches that. No one touches that.
Okay. Is your husband as involved in the garden as you are?
My husband is he is involved in the gardening as much as I am. He is lawn obsessed.
Okay.
And he likes clean edges and
stripes.
He's very tidy. Yeah. And just loves a manicured garden. So we make a great team because that's not my strong point.
Right. So how do you meet in the middle then?
I think I focus on the beauty of the garden, and I'm definitely a kind of late winter, spring, summer gardener.
Yeah.
And he's the one that kind of gets the jobs done.
Oh gosh, we need one of those.
So we
need a husband like that.
Everyone needs that.
The leaves need raking, or he's amazing.
Is he someone where you can go around, you can be deadheading and just chuck everything on the side, and he'll come around and clear it up for you?
Oh my god, that sounds horrific. That's
my parents. Dwayne. So Mum will go and she'll hack away at things, chuck it all to one side, then she'll go in for tea, and Dad will scurry around clearing it all up after.
I'm quite a messy gardener. If I'm going to be so real with you.
I'm very happy to hear that.
So there'll be like shears over there, and there'll be kind of like my bucket of deadheading stuff over there, and then I'll go in for a cup of tea, and then my husband will be like, "Yeah, exactly." So
yes, find them weeks later. Oh, that's where the secateurs went.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We've lost many a secateur. Talking of that, you mentioned how you had several secateurs that you used for your dahlias. So you used different secateurs for different dahlias, was that it? Or different plants in the garden?
So I usually have, because we had quite a few dahlias this year, I probably have about 4 secateurs on rotation when I'm deadheading. So I'll have my disinfectant, and I just disinfect whilst I cut.
Wow, that's so
my
good.
Gosh, that's brilliant.
Because I think it's quite fundamental with growing. Well, I guess any ornamental, but dahlias specifically. We had quite a few disease this year. Quite a lot of disease with the dahlias. Some picked up mosaic virus, and it's typical. It's the first year that I had experienced this. So
and the year that Gardener's World were coming.
Gardener's World are coming.
Come on now, dude.
So annoying.
What are we doing?
So how did you get rid of that in time?
I had to be brutal. So lost quite a few gems in the process. So just had to pull them out. So I pulled them out, quarantined, observed, the leaf. Does it look like mosaic virus? And put them in the brown bin. So you cannot compost any of those, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you moved in 7 years ago. You had builders' rubble to deal with. You had people who helped with kind of a certain amount of the landscaping of it, and that was also, they were there to help with the builders' rubble, get rid of all the rubbish, put down lots of lovely healthy brown stuff.
Brown gold.
Brown gold,
absolutely. And install a fountain.
And they installed a fountain as well.
I think we saw that.
Yes, I think we
did
got
see
a glimpse of that, didn't we?
I guess the garden's still very young, so she's still growing with us, but I guess we've sectioned the garden into, let's say, 4 big zones or 4 central zones. And those zones lead into a middle round.
Oh, yeah.
And that round has been empty since we've moved in. And we've said every year, we will come across a beautiful sculpture, or we will come across a fountain, something for the middle, benches, whatever. We didn't know. Gardeners World are coming. Okay, let's do this.
We need to fill the empty round.
Let's find something for this space
quickly.
And we went to. Where did we end up? I'll get the specifics of where we found this lovely stone fountain. But it just works for the space.
Yeah, and you're happy with it since the team have been.
We're getting more bird life.
Yeah,
it's great.
Absolutely, and the sound of water as well. It's always nice.
So appealing.
We saw your greenhouse there.
It's a beautiful greenhouse.
A beautiful greenhouse as well. And are you very fastidious about keeping that clean and disinfected as well, like you are with your tools?
Yes, I am, is the short answer to that. But I think I could be a lot more. I think we could all. Yes, it's the short answer.
Okay.
But I think if you're happy to share some educational knowledge on best practice with disinfecting your greenhouse, I definitely
please do
be up for that.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm asking you.
I see.
Yeah.
No, don't come to us for anything that involves being clean and tidy.
Okay, fine.
We fly by the seat of our pants on a regular basis, and we generally base a lot on hope.
Yeah,
we hope it's all going to be all right.
Yeah, but we do usually find that, because I got to do it actually this year with the greenhouse, because it needs a real tidy out, because over the summer it just kind of all the pots get shoved in there because it can't really be used in the summer. It gets far
it's
too
way
hot.
too hot. Yeah.
But usually I kind of do a mix of. I'm probably going to do a mix of kind of vinegar, a bit of soap, and that will really do the trick. Down
cool.
everything.
Okay. Yeah.
And just really sweep it all down.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing in yours?
We close it down for the winter, so I always empty it out. I wash my pots around February time, so I don't wash them in the winter. This is the first year that I'm not keeping the pots in the greenhouse. I'm keeping them out of the greenhouse. And the run up towards Gardener's World, I was able to declutter the space as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So one of the comments from the team was, how come every greenhouse and garden we go to, we never see any pots?
Everyone is working manically.
That's funny.
So that's got it in a really good place. It's now in a minimal. It's now where it needs to be.
So it's a bit like when you're selling your home. You declutter, you make everything look like a show home. And then it's just rather lovely for you afterwards, to the extent that often you're like, why are we selling? Let's stay here.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly.
So you got your garden into tip-top shape, and now you're all set up.
Yeah.
Do you have any big plans for the garden going forward? Have you got other areas that you're planning to design, or is it basically you've got the framework and just adding plants to it?
There are always ongoing plans with the garden. I think I mentioned on the episode that it's growing with us. Like, we really feel that.
Yeah.
So long-term plans, I would love to get rid of as much lawn as possible.
Oh, that is going to be tricky.
What does Tim and Dawes say about that?
Completely on board. But
okay, great.
But Simon, he's a planner.
Yeah.
So where I'm all about feeling.
Yes.
So if we, every year we have new ideas and we put forward those new ideas. So eventually, year after year, there's more and more lawn that we're taking over.
Yeah.
But I guess the long-term goal for the garden is for it to be a space that consumes us in the best way. And I don't mean that in a way of like consuming us of, oh my God, it's overwhelming, but almost like you step into it and it just
envelops you.
Yeah.
It hugs you almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get that.
So
lovely.
That's the long-term
goal.
Yeah.
Okay. So keep an eye on TikTok then.
Watch
that happening.
Keep an eye.
I'm talking 5-year, 10-year plan, but absolutely.
We'll be there.
We will.
You mentioned on the show about your grandfather, who was an inspiration for you when it came to gardening, and how he was a great provider of, what was it? There was a callaloo that you couldn't get in the area, and so he would provide it to all the neighbours and friends. Did you get involved much with him in the garden?
No, not at all. No, so I would just go, I wish I did, in hindsight, I would just go along and I would just watch and observe and didn't really soak as much of it in as I wish I did. But it definitely got into my subconscious because here we are.
Yeah.
Did it interest you though when you were little?
I find it fascinating because I grew up in grey, miserable Birmingham, and
Birmingham. Birmingham.
I'm sorry, I said what I said.
I said what I said.
So I was between Birmingham and London. So with my dad's family, my mum's family, and grew up in a fantastic council estate in London, but didn't grow up having a garden or knowing what it was to grow. And my granddad wasn't a man of many words, although he just showered me with love. He wasn't a man of many words. So it wasn't really it wasn't an educational thing of, okay, this is what we do, this is how we grow sweet corn and X and Y.
Yeah.
It was, I don't even remember the conversation, but
it's just something he does.
When did you get your first garden of your own?
So we had a communal garden in London.
Whereabouts in London was that?
I grew up in Islington, in between Upper Street and Essex Road. So a really, really lovely part of town. So my local park was Highbury Fields, Highbury Park. But our communal garden was like a square space that all of us shared, and I would find every opportunity to kind of just play with my friends in that space. So that was my first garden, you could say.
Yeah. Did you do any planting in there, or you just enjoyed the garden?
Made worm soup. And...
Good, very good.
No, didn't do any gardening at all.
No.
Just enjoyed it for what it was.
But got to appreciate some green space at least.
Yeah, I guess when I moved in to be my husband used to live in northwest London. That was my first experience of having a garden, you could say. It wasn't until we moved here that we were able to create our garden space.
Okay.
So how much of your time does gardening take up? I think either you mentioned it or we've heard. Yes, you're studying psychology, is that right?
Psychology and counselling.
And counselling. So that obviously takes up a lot of your time. How are you balancing the two?
That's a very good question. So I aim to study about 30 hours a week. And I'm studying at Open Uni, so a lot of it is solitary.
So remote studying.
Yeah.
Gosh, good on you. Are you working at the same time?
No, so I left my job 2.5 years ago to study full time.
Okay, cool.
It was a really conscious decision to upskill and to learn again.
Because was this the personal training that you were doing?
So I was a personal trainer years ago, and then went to work for the local authority as a family intervention worker for Redbridge Council. Was amazing. And then worked in the charity sector for a bit in Brighton. I worked for All Sorts Youth Charity, which is an LGBT youth charity. And that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then left to go and study.
Right.
Wow.
Because I found that I was doing a lot of counselling-like intervention, and engaging families and young people in positive activities, and kind of just like holistic ways of just being introspective and learning. And I just wanted to be qualified in that and to learn more. And also my own journey with therapy completely changed my life. So
right. And how long will it be before you're a fully trained therapist?
So I will have my undergrad. So I would have graduate in June.
Wow, so not long.
Not long.
How exciting! And then what's the next?
And then I go on to pick my disciplines. That's when I pick whether I want to go down the psychology or counselling route.
Right. Okay. Do you know which route you want to go?
I thought I did. I thought I did. No. And I'm actually happy with. My heart is open. I would love to go down the psychology route, but I also miss work. I also miss being out there with people. Mm-hmm. So I'm undecided yet.
Yeah,
we will see.
And would you connect up if you go down the therapy route? Would you connect that up with gardening?
Oh, so I'm definitely going to go down the therapy route. How in which way I do it is undecided. So I know what it is I'm going to do, but there are just different routes to it. I'd love to get into horticultural therapy, or being a practitioner of that.
Yeah, the amount of guests we've spoken to, and we just know that from Gardener's World.
Just
from the amount of people who recognise that gardening, being around nature, getting your hands in the soil, bare feet on the lawns, hugging trees, all these things, how important it is for mental health and what benefit it has to human beings.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys reached out, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. And I was really keen to get on the show, really keen to talk with you both. One thing I I don't want to say took for granted. One thing I've learned this year, or maybe learned to appreciate, is that it's been a fantastic summer. It's been a gorgeous,
it's been one of the best,
summer.
Hasn't it?
Oh my goodness, it's been stunning.
It's been a lovely summer,
Yeah, and I've learned so much. I've felt connected to other people, and this winter just hit me like a ton of bricks, and it's been it's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's taken me a while to adjust to the change of seasons,
like no other year.
I mean, I met depression in 2012. And I was working in a health club at the time, selling gym memberships. And that's when I first found a personal trainer. And it was the year after that I decided to become a personal trainer because of how it changed my life.
Interesting.
And the impact fitness had on my mental health. The impact
big.
It had on helping me manage that. And without kind of digressing too much, I guess that journey from being a personal trainer to now training to become a therapist feels very linear to me because...
Absolutely,
it's
go
just,
hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. From talking about just hearing someone's story on a treadmill to feeling connected myself through gardening and finding community with it as well. So it's taken a while to adjust this year. I've not felt this down, being completely vulnerable here, for a long time. And... gardening has been a massive lifeline. Growing has been a massive lifeline. But I am a seasonal gardener. So I do close the garden down over winter. I am studying full time. So it's managing those things, and it's almost grieving. The end. Yeah, absolutely.
That's understandable. I mean, seasonal affective disorder is a nasty thing. I've certainly struggled with it. My bad times historically were always Januaries and Februaries.
Yeah, they can be nasty as well.
So dark, nothing going on. It's the post sort of Christmas, New Year buzz, and you're just like, what is this all about? And the UK, unfortunately, you get fewer hours of daylight than you might in another country. Notoriously, we have less sun apart from this last summer, and that would hit me like a train. Absolutely horrific. And pre-sweet pea, it was fine because I would go on holiday during those months. That's when I would go somewhere warm and get a bit of sort of vitamin D fix.
Yeah.
And then you have a child, and then they go to school, and then suddenly you can't just pick and choose when you go on holiday. So you're stuck in this country. And that was a real struggle for me. I really suffered quite badly and had to use all sorts of tools to get out of that. One being fitness, the other diet. Diet played such a massive role, making sure I was getting lots of colourful foods.
Yeah.
And by that, I don't mean M&Ms. I mean all your veg. And then along came gardening, and that's certainly helped. So I can understand where you're coming from completely. Yeah. And when you have such a fantastic summer,
it's just flowers and power.
Yeah, the extreme is so much bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, and for it to kind of be punctuated with Gardener's World
as
well.
Exactly. That's just like,
yeah, it's a bit crazy.
So how have you managed the depression this time around?
Yeah, my husband's been amazing. Just a fantastic support. But no, I have a lovely. I have some amazing friends who I call my chosen family.
Yeah,
and I talk about it.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, and you have to normalize it. There's a Billie Holiday song called "Good Morning Heartache," and
are you going to sing a line?
Absolutely not. Not today. But Jill Scott, who's a neo-soul artist, she covers it and she says a line. She says, Heartache, if you're going to stick around, you need to get a job.
Yeah.
And that is
fabulous.
Yeah, and that's how
line.
that's how I treat, my melancholy that shows itself every now and then. Okay, the cloud has arrived. How are we going to deal with this? I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to talk about it, engage with some talk therapy if I need it. But moving my body really works for me.
Yeah.
But saying that, being vulnerable again, even this year's the first year in a long time that I hadn't. I'm feeling a lot more like myself these days, but I hadn't been able to just didn't want to move.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine said something, just reminded me that sometimes we need to sit in the sadness. Sometimes we need to feel what we are feeling so we can move forward and look forward.
I think it's also recognizing that it ebbs and flows, and if you've experienced it, to recognize in the past, to recognize I got through that. It's not never ending. So just like the good times aren't always around forever, the bad times aren't either. And so because Sweet Pea and I, we're very open about all these sorts of things. Like you, I think it's so important that we all just completely talk about it.
Yeah.
Just like it's just because it is so normal. Every single human, apart from my mother somehow, has experienced something like that in one form or another, and to one extreme to another. And so when you're in that moment where everything feels the worst it's ever been and you can't imagine getting beyond that, is appreciate how you feel, understand how you feel, but no, it's not going to be around together forever. And that light at the end of the tunnel I've always found very helpful, is to go, well, this is the worst I've ever felt. I can't imagine feeling worse than this, but just hang on in there, because I also can recall what it feels like, for example, last summer, what it feels like when things are great then, and to know that still exists and will be there. But it's interesting that you're talking about your garden and how you've got these plans and things will happen in sort of 5-10 years time. Are any of your plans to create, you say you closed the garden down, to create a kind of a winter garden element to it, so that there is a part of the garden where you are forced to go outside and tend and nurture your babies during those darker times?
That's a very good question. And it feels like that sort of plan is becoming, it feels like that sort of plan may be necessary for me. And the wonderful garden community that I'm engaged with online are doing some really exciting, cool stuff that I want to get stuck into. So post-study, for sure, I'd like to start growing some winter veg, a winter garden area. I haven't given that much thought, but I would definitely love to prolong my growing season, for sure.
Definitely.
So what are some of the cool things that the community are talking about for the winter months?
Just growing winter veg, or just creating, I guess right now is the time that they're just creating structures and raised beds for spring.
Yeah.
Propagating plants for next year. Just all
That's
that
a great
stuff.
thing to do.
And I've done a proper close down the past few years. Okay.
That greenhouse needs opening up again.
That does need opening up.
You're so right. You're not wrong.
Propagating so rewarding as well, isn't it? Because you're creating all these new lives and Sweet Pea's babies. She's a propagating queen.
It's my favourite thing to do because it's so cold. Like today, it is so cold, and oh my gosh, it's the last thing I want to do is be out in the garden in the cold and the wet. But I always go out in the winter into the greenhouse, tidy it up a bit, and then I have a stool, and I just kind of wrap myself in blankets. I put on the radio, usually listen to a podcast, and just go get some cuttings into the garden, like run into the garden, get the cuttings and run back into the greenhouse.
Sweet Pea, that sounds, just the image of you wrapped up in a blanket in the greenhouse.
Like an old woman.
Propagating.
Like an old woman.
That's gorgeous. I love that.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
I gave birth to a little old woman.
Wonderful.
So, to start off your dream garden, what will be the garden boundary? So, surrounding your garden, if you want one at all.
So it would be a walled garden.
Lovely.
Because I love a walled garden with some natural brick, not brick, either brick or like stone.
Okay.
But
can you think of an area of the country where you've seen the sort of walls?
Sussex or Arundel. I think Arundel Castle.
You would just like Arundel Castle. Arundel Castle. Your wish is my command.
Probably like a natural brick garden.
How high would they be?
Yeah.
Okay, so beyond the walled garden will be farm and woodland.
Lovely.
Yes.
So just no higher than 6 foot. It'd be like a decorative walled garden, not a walled garden to keep the world out.
Yeah.
No.
Just to have stuff, have roses.
Yes,
stuff
of course.
trailing up.
So you imagine yourself in the countryside.
Definitely.
Are you? How country-ish are you where you are?
We're in Sussex, so we're in a small village, but we're just north of Brighton, so we are in the countryside, but we're not that far from the coast.
Everything's
or the South
accessible.
Downs.
Oh,
Yeah.
great location.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So would you be by the sea?
Yeah.
Or not bothered by that?
So we're where I am now. 15 minutes to get to to get into the South Downs, and maybe 25 minutes to the coast. So I will probably my dream garden would be situated in Sussex somewhere, so I can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound really good, actually.
Great. And what sort of size are you imagining? Are you having acres and acres? Would you want something quite small and manageable?
I'm awful with dimensions, but yeah, maybe a few acres.
Yeah, a few acres. It's your dream garden.
Exactly. If you had to choose, would you like a shed or a greenhouse?
A greenhouse.
Absolutely, of course.
He's doing that ASMR on me again.
Not just any
greenhouse.
Oh, listen, I am... So, obviously, my husband would need his shed, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it'd be a greenhouse, not just any greenhouse, but an Alatex greenhouse.
Oh, my goodness me. Amazing, aren't they?
They have a lovely greenhouse called, I think they're called the Messenger greenhouse.
Oh.
It's like a classic Victorian brick and aluminium greenhouse.
Oh, very cool.
So it looks quite ornate and like you say, Victorian, but it's pretty modern otherwise.
Yeah, like think Kew Gardens.
Yes. Well, so I think we had an Alatex greenhouse with Tom Hoblin, the garden designer,
Cool.
on our Chit-Chat. I seem to remember that was his choice. So you've got the wall, the low wall, then a lovely greenhouse.
That high.
Will it have wings, your greenhouse?
Yeah. So the greenhouse will be a classic Victorian messenger greenhouse with a brick foundation, aluminium, and do you know one thing I'm really obsessed and I just love the look of? The outdoor cold frames.
Oh,
yeah,
just bliss.
yes.
So
no one's
classy.
asked for the cold frames.
Oh
no, when that is something that's
absolutely
in my
want cold frames. Yes, in my dream garden.
You need the cold frames.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, and they do that with the messenger, do they?
They do.
Or is that an add-on?
For my so I did mention it'd be bespoke.
Of course, it is bespoke.
And from my understanding, because I have had a browse every now and then, I think it's an add-on. I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will definitely be an add-on, but I'll have a bit of symmetry. So I'll have a couple of cold frames on either side of the entrance to the greenhouse, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds brilliant.
It will also have an irrigation system.
Yes.
Where it naturally mists what needs to be missed.
Oh my gosh, lovely.
One of our neighbours has a greenhouse that opens up depending on where the sun is.
So automatic fence.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can they actually do that? That's amazing.
Apparently
so. Well, I don't see why. Oh, I suppose when I think about our local garden centre, they've got that all automated, haven't they, Sweet Pea? Those vents will open up.
Yes. Oh, that's
as
a
and
good
when.
point.
I guess when the humidity gets too much or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if it's not something I've looked into, but I guess it might be a temperature thing. Once it gets to a certain temperature.
So fully automated greenhouse with cold frames. What colour would the greenhouse frames be?
I mean, I do. So we have a lot of black timber. This is my dream garden, but I feel very lucky and blessed that I am in my dream garden. But it'll either be black or white. If I'm starting from scratch, I think I do. Yeah, if I'm starting from scratch, it'd probably be a white aluminium. It'd be white or black.
Yeah. White
undecided.
We will see.
I don't want to dwell too much on this greenhouse, but you really are describing my kind of greenhouse.
Yes.
Some people like to have a place to sit in their greenhouse, others it's just purely functional. Do you imagine having a armchair in there and a stove and that kind of setup, fairy lights maybe, or just purely for your seedlings and plants?
There will definitely be space to lounge, but because I would love to push the opportunity of growing tropical ornamentals in there, I'm not sure how lounge friendly it would be.
And you need the misting and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I'm unsure about how effective zoning a greenhouse of that size is. But let's say, to answer your question, yes, there would be space where you could kind of, lounge and observe, read. I know we're going to go on to ornamentals, but in the greenhouse specifically, the monstera, agave, birds of paradise, banana plants, orchids hanging.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to have your dream garden in the tropics?
Yeah.
Sadly, with climate change, these things are becoming a lot more possible in Sussex.
I know. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of that bitter, sweet experience, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like, yay, but...
Oh my God,
At the same time, what is going on?
Yeah,
exactly. Well, I like that. I like how you've managed to get more plants in.
Yes, he snuck
that
those
is
in,
the
didn't
loophole. That's the loophole.
You're welcome.
So then, now you get to pick your 5 favourite ornamentals.
Okay, cool. So definitely going to have peonies in there. I've never had any luck with them. But apparently they take some time to establish, which I think 7 years,
isn't it? Before you start getting blooms.
A bit like wisteria.
Okay, cool. So I've found that out this year. So we'll have another go. But definitely have a section dedicated to peonies. Sweet peas are such a staple.
Yes.
Such a staple.
On board.
And I feel like these are really modest choices, but these are just
these are great,
gorgeous ones.
Do you have with the peonies? Are you talking tree peonies or the herbaceous
Herbaceous
ones? And do you have an idea of what sorts of colours you'd want, or would you just want a good mix of lots of bright
colours. I would love
colours.
a good mix, but I love pink.
The hot pink ones.
Just
any pink.
All pink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every
there are some
shade.
really beautiful ones in the peonies as well. That we've got one which has these huge blooms. I'm not joking. It's about the size of both my hands together, like that, and it's just this beautiful kind of rich, sugary, pinky colour.
Ooh.
It's just it's lovely. So I'm on board with the beautiful pinks as well.
And we've got a tree peony, which is a pastel-y pink
exactly.
one. The tree peony we inherited with the garden. We didn't really know what it was when we first moved in.
No.
And I was worried that I was meant to be doing stuff with it, but apparently you just leave them to grow. You don't cut them back or anything. And they flower really early. So they flower...
Yeah, which is
March.
Great. Early March. Sometimes
early March.
Yeah.
Wow.
And these huge blooms where nothing else is flowering. And it looks like a summer bloom. And it's just packed with these huge, great big pastel pink flowers. And then you just leave them all to drop, chop off the dead heads, and that's all that needs doing to it. The only downside is the window of bloom is quite short. Is that the same with the herbaceous ones as well?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I just recently found out how some florists encourage peonies to open because they can be quite stubborn. I'm sure, I don't know if everyone will agree with this, but so they cut the flower and they bang the head. I know, it sounds quite brutal, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you can choose to keep this in or not. But
violence towards peonies.
Oh my God. It just bang the head gently, and that just encourages the flower to open up. And just a technique I've seen some florists.
Interesting. Oh, we'll look into it. Maybe we try it with one of ours next season.
Yeah, to get it like really to come open up early.
Whack it against
if you're using it as a cut flower,
Yes, absolutely. Well, sure are, because they really add some flower power to the house at that time of year.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
It's great. What are your other ornamentals?
So peonies, sweet peas. I'll have to have some Cleome Haslianera in there, or Cleome Haslianera.
Oh, what is that?
Or Cleome. It's called a spider flower. And
what is that? Oh my gosh.
I'm Googling it right now.
Have a Google.
Oh, I see. So kind of a bloom, but with these tendrily bits coming out.
Such a fascinating
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
I've never seen anything like it. A friend introduced me to a good few years ago. Shout out to Becky.
Hi, Becky.
and since then I've always just reused the seeds, and it's been a staple in my garden. People liken it to a spider flower, but there is something quite ballerina about it.
Yes. Very dainty.
Really interesting to look at.
I love it.
Pictures don't do it any justice. So so Cleome Haslianera.
Yeah.
I love ornamental grasses. So Panicum elegans, sprinkles would have to be in there. That's a staple cut flower that I always cut grass that I use. Purple tears is another one. Pink muhly grass, and there's another one called pink fountain grass as well. Yes, there is a theme of pink. Yeah,
there is. I'm picking up on this pink theme. You've got a ornamental flower bed.
Yeah, so with a cut flower bed. Yeah, that started very small. No one touches the cut flower bed.
Got it. No.
Started very small, and it's grown over the years. And we decided, I decided to double it in size this year.
Oh, great!
With the arrival of Gardener's World, I was like, I keep talking about extending this zone.
Now's the time.
It's going to happen now.
Nibbling away at that lawn.
And and with these grasses, I mean, it's just a glint of pink when the sunlight hits it.
I like that.
Yeah,
it's not like in your face, but it's a dash of it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Very nice.
So you're doing a lot of cut flowers then, are you?
Year after year, yes.
And who gets those cut flowers? Is that for all your friends and family? Are you selling anything?
Everyone that I can
love.
Yeah. So my dream garden would be a space that, I guess this goes on to my fifth ornamental plant, which is of course the dahlia.
Oh my gosh, of
the
course.
drag queens of the flower bed,
I
think you called them, which is now what Sweet Pea calls them.
It's the new name
on account of
dahlias. Yes. It's the best name for them.
Thank you. Please keep that alive because they really are. They bring me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And it's something that I know will stay with me till my last days. And I know that sounds really, I guess I am quite an old soul, but I guess it's something that I'm learning to take care of and cultivate. And it's something that makes me really look forward to spring.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what are you doing with your dahlias? Are you leaving them in the beds or are you bringing them in?
No, because we've still got really, the soil's better than it was, but we've got a lot of clay in the soil in Sussex and tubers don't really like being... sodden. Yeah, soggy, exactly. No, so we overwinter them. And
so they all get dug up.
Yeah, they all get dug up and put into boxes of sawdust. Till March.
Right. And then that's when the fun begins.
Yeah.
And do you start them in pots before you then put them in the ground?
I do, yeah. Start them in pots in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
And it's a whole thing. And then
it's so rewarding though, isn't it? The first year we did dahlias, we did exactly that. And then you would see early on in the spring the greenery coming up and you'd water them and just nurture these babies before you could put them in the ground. But now we're at the point where our soil is okay for the dahlias to leave them in the ground and it doesn't get too cold. We mulch, but loads. In fact, I just chop off all the dahlias and lay them on top of the soil.
Oh, that's cool.
Over the tubers, which works. It doesn't look pretty. I mean, nothing about what we do looks particularly pretty. It wouldn't work in your gorgeous garden. but for us, that's how we manage it. And that's kind of the lowest maintenance way of handling our dahlias. Having said all that, our dahlias don't always look pristine.
Okay.
No, that's just because we haven't staked them always properly.
Yeah.
Past few years.
I think it's also we don't clean our secateurs and all those sorts of things. Sweepy. We're not doing a lot of stuff that we should be doing.
Yes.
Yeah, some people have really good methods. No, I'm far from perfect. Some people have really good methods with staking their dahlias, which is something that I'm still kind of playing with. Bamboo works well for me, but some people are really uniform with, kind of just how they support their dahlias. Me, it's kind of okay. This is what we're doing.
Right, we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, let's cut this back. Let's pull this back. Let's support this. So it's kind of as I go, but I try and keep it as natural looking as possible.
Of course.
And back to your question as well about who gets to. I think in my currently, I give as many bouquets as I can throughout the year. That's one of my favorite things. And I think in my dream garden, I guess I'd get to a level of productivity where I would be able to provide free cut flowers for the community.
Right.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's something that I would love to do.
Is that something you can do with your size garden or would you need more space?
So it's something that I have done and do. So a lot of our neighbours have and do receive bouquets from us.
Moving to Sussex, Sweepy.
Yes, we're moving.
But yeah, no, it definitely, I guess, 100%, and it's not even a exaggeration. I reckon in about 3 years' time, I'll get to the point of probably being able to provide cut flowers, if I wanted to, for a lot of people in the village.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, lovely. Would you ever consider selling?
Absolutely not.
No. So it's just purely for the joy of it. You wouldn't want to have a cut flower business as such. Take the fun out of it.
You know what? It looks amazing online, but I can imagine the reality just being extremely stressful. And I do not want to have the stress of providing, these flowers in time for Bethany's wedding.
Oh, it would take all the fun out of your drag queens.
So I have a lot of respect for flower growers that do that full time. A lot of respect.
What would then be your 5 edible plants?
I got my notes here. I've got quite a sweet tooth. So there would be a orchard, but a soft fruit orchard.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
So soft fruit doesn't work where we are.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it don't work where we are. We've had quite a bit of disease, and a few of our neighbours have experienced the same disease.
Oh,
so
right.
I'm guessing it is airborne here. I don't really know how it works, but just not much luck where we are. But we did have a good few years of growing Mirabelle de Nancy.
Oh, yes.
Gorgeous green plum.
Yeah.
So it'd be first edible would be peach and plum trees.
Peach and plum
trees.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And so, sorry, back to your Mirabelle. Is that, so you said you did have some luck with it, but what's happened to that now?
So we had 3 soft fruit fanning against, we have a wall of brick, and we fanned some fruit trees, and I guess, so the peach tree is completely gone. That was disease ridden.
Really?
So, we had to cut it back.
No.
And we gave it we persevered for at least a couple of years. But the disease was just eating away at it. So we had to sadly cut it back. It is growing back from the stump. I mean, I say a stump. It was a very junior tree, but it is growing back from the mini stump.
Great. So it might get a second life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone might. I'm unsure if the root system is diseased and is carrying that. Yeah, so I guess we will
hopefully
see.
Not.
I should look into that. Yeah, hopefully not. And we've got 2 other cherries. So we've got peach, cherry, and plum. Yeah, the plum tree has also been affected.
Suffered as well. Yeah. But the cherry,
all things.
Cherry all right?
It's doing okay. They're just the aphids love it.
Yeah.
So what else are you having? So we've got peach, plum. Did you want the Mirabelle in there?
Yes, as one, please.
Absolutely.
Citrus.
Yes.
So lemon and lime trees and melons, because I grow a lot of melons.
Well,
of course.
We saw that on your Instagram. It was the size of your head.
It was.
Yeah, and I've got a big head. So
comparison. Yeah, that's the one where you held it up next to you and you went, "Hey, girl."
Yeah, that was snow leopard melons. That was from a seed from Tesco.
Oh wow! Wow!
And I think
it's so a packet of seeds or from a melon that you bought at Tesco.
I bought at Tesco.
Fantastic!
I love that when you can do that.
How did it taste?
Sweet. Really sweet, and it's quite a tropical variety as well. So I was really pleased. I was really pleased with the success of that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Another one that the 2 notable mentions that are great for growing in the UK: Champagne and Little Darling are very reliable melons that you can grow.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's good to know. We grew a melon and it was the most tasteless thing.
It was so sad.
But we'll persevere.
We didn't feed it.
Did you feed it?
No, we didn't feed it. So that gives the taste, obviously. We've now figured that out.
Yeah.
I've had the same experience before.
Have you?
Yeah.
We'll give it another go. We'll try some of those ones you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to grow callaloo and just kind of like a leafy green area. But yeah, definitely callaloo to kind of honour my granddad.
Okay.
Now the thing is, it sounds like we've got about 800 edibles here.
We're gonna
Where are we up to, Sweet Pea?
We're going to have to do a special mention because we've got a Mirabelle, peach, plum, citrus, and melons. So we've already got 5 there.
Oh,
but the Mirabelle is a plum, isn't it?
Mirabelle is a plum. Yeah, Mirabelle is a plum.
Oh my gosh, I'm stupid.
Last one will be Roselle, which you can make Jamaican sorrel from. I think the Latin name is Hibiscus sabdarifa.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's sorrel is basically you could liken it to mulled wine.
Yeah.
But it has like a sweet raspberry taste.
Right.
And it creates a red Jamaican drink called sorrel, which is really delicious.
So where have you had that? In Jamaica? Or
you can buy the leaves in the UK.
Not in your regular supermarket though.
Well, I mean, sometimes in the world food section, but you'd have depends on where you are in the UK. But you can buy Roselle leaves and then you'd usually steep that in ginger, cinnamon, and allspice.
Oh.
You add a bit of rum if you want to.
Yes, I want to.
and sugar, and it creates the most delicious drink, and it's called sorrel.
What would now be your one statement tree?
Giant weeping willow.
Oh,
lovely.
Absolutely.
To sit under.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
You don't have any willows in your garden at the moment?
No, we don't. We have a natural willow arch.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, but we don't have a willow tree.
Yeah.
So that's growing then, your natural willow arch?
Yeah, that was an idea from Porter Hardy, who just brought some from his work shed and said, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's create this natural arch. And this was maybe 3 years ago, and it's taken root, and she's so happy there.
Wonderful.
Oh, we do love
the idea of that.
Yeah, because it's amazing how you can just stick these stakes in the ground, they start rooting, and then you've got something so fantastic because it's actually living. It's not just like a structure, a dead structure in the garden.
Yeah. Does it take much maintenance?
No, it just needs a bit of weaving in and out in the autumn time, but no, it really doesn't at all.
Oh, that's good. Better.
But you have to manicure it so it stays an arch. Otherwise, it's going to turn into a bush.
Yeah.
That you can walk into.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It does.
Yes, entirely.
Yeah.
Well then, would you like a pond or a pool, and what plant would you have in that area?
I'm gonna go rogue. I would like a lake.
Yep.
Yes, we can have a lake.
I'd like a lake, and it would kind of be off the weeping willow.
Yes.
And the plant would be water lily.
Ooh, what colour?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a very good question.
Surely pink.
I mean, come on now.
Am I that predictable?
Surely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah. But yeah, pink and white.
Yeah.
Pink and white, yeah.
How big is your lake? Are you
Big-
wanting to have a boat on it and to paddle around?
Big enough for like an ornamental canoe. That you
An
can
ornamental canoe.
Listen, it's a thing, okay? Yeah. An ornamental canoe where you can like have picnics. That you can have picnics on, so you're not going anywhere on this canoe. But
so
it's
fixed, tethered.
Yeah. It's the dining space on the lake.
Okay, I see what you mean now by an ornamental canoe.
Yeah.
Now then, the final question is, what would be your favourite seating area, drink to have and chillax with, and a plant to have by your side?
I've not given this much thought, but I think it'd be sitting on the grass. With some cushions and a nice throw. Drink would be something lemony from the citrus area in the garden.
Oh yeah.
So either some like natural lemonade or some sorrel. And the plant by my side will most likely be a bouquet from the garden.
Oh, lovely.
I like that.
Are you having a picnic on your throws with your cushions?
On the ornamental canoe.
Oh, that's where the ornamental canoe is.
Honestly.
Yes, there'll definitely be snacks and nibbles.
Snacks and nibbles.
Yeah.
Great
Lovely. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to read back to you your dream garden just in case I missed anything or you want to change anything. Okay. So we got it top notch. So for your garden boundary, first of all, we're going for it in Sussex. We want possibly a few acres. It's going to be a beautiful walled garden. We were thinking of Arundel Castle, but we wanted a beautiful natural brick, no higher than 6 feet, because you do want to have a glimpse of the kind of farms and the beautiful fields beyond and forests all around you. Then we're going with an Alitex greenhouse bespoke. It's going to be a mishmash of the messenger greenhouse that you saw with some beautiful outdoor cold frames symmetrically placed around the door, brick base, then with aluminium. We couldn't tell if you wanted to go with white or black for the frames, but we will see. Then there's going to be an irrigation system, automatic opening and shutting system as well, and there are going to be lots of tropical ornamentals in there, things like monstera, bananas, birds of paradise, orchids, all those in there, and possibly, if we can figure it out, a loungy area to settle down in. Then your 5 ornamentals, we had peonies, sweet peas, spider flower, panicum elegans, sprinkles, purple tears, pink moody grass, pink fountain grass. Then also some dahlias in there. Then you're going to have an edible area with kind of a soft fruit orchard full of peach plums like Mirabelle, citrus, melons. Also, we're going to have some callaloo in there, and a special mention to Roselle for making sorrel. Then your one statement tree was a beautiful giant weeping willow. You then wanted that cascading over a beautiful lake with an ornamental canoe, whatever that is.
For having exactly what that is, Bear.
I'm looking this up afterwards. With water lilies in there, pink and white ones. And then finally, your seating area is just going to be lounging on the grass with some cushions, some throws, something citrusy like a lemonade or sorrel to drink, and a beautiful bouquet of flowers next to you.
Sweet Pea, that was perfect.
It sounds so lovely. It sounds at the beginning when you talked about how the garden used to hug you and just envelop you. That sounds like this dream garden. It sounds perfect.
Wonderful. Well, that sounds absolutely beautiful. We wish you all the best with your psychology and counselling
Thank you so much.
training that you're
Absolutely.
doing.
Thank you.
We'll hopefully hear in June how you got on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's see a 1 in that result.
Let's see a 1.
Please.
It's going to be a 1.
It's going to be a 1.
Yeah. We're manifesting a 1.
Yes.
Thanks so much for your time. It's been a good old chit chat with Dwayne.
It's been so much fun. Thank you.